So total planning. These monitors always imagine that not only do we different purpose, but artists will show up. Essentially by decoration, light, and color. So frequently you'll see these modernist buildings with parts. There's kind of a fun mural one over here to the left. You can look straight up at it and actually figure out what it is if you like. If you want to close, it's going to look like a curving line when you go by it. It's graded into a curving line. Yeah, if you need a little help, just remind yourself that red dot does here what red dots always do. It lets you know where you want to be. And if you want to watch class get curvy and cool and whimsical and fun, take a look to your right and notice a generational shift in architecture. That was the silent generation of non-drapers. This is the baby boomers, and class is done very whimsical and fun. If you want to see how they do this trick here, look at the little panel, you'll notice it pulls out ever so slightly. I noticed this for a double reason, which is because this club obvious and robbers can get away. One of them takes his mask off and sees Legend of the Joker. Dark Knight, right? So that's that lobby right there. Now take a look at this building and imagine that this building was building 2 nights later because he hired a lighting designer, a visual theatrical lighting designer, who dressed this building up with lights at nighttime. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, take a look around on this little riverwalk here, because all the architects now copied this idea. He did that in the early 90s, now everybody plays that game, so it's lovely. You need someplace to do, somewhere to go, it's gorgeous, take a riverwalk. Now look how beautiful this little piece of the riverwalk is. Little dotted trees swooping here provide a beauty of shape. Here's my favorite touch. Notice that sloped ramp sits through that little seat area, right? How genius, because of course, everyone's got seating, when you have bad knees, what a good wheelchair. That slope ramp invites everybody to the Chicago River. We're going to show you the last little touch of European beauty we're going to stay on the tour for a while, because the style of architecture is about to change. So immediately to your left, show the builders building, take a look. Look a little closer and you'll see these giant pillars. Right up top, pillars are suggesting strength, prestige, power, right, authority, solidness. However, remind yourself that it's all suggestion or decoration. Steel is what's holding up those walls, right? So right after World War I, suddenly there's a psychological shift. As music changes, so too do the buildings. So each era has its style. Come up to the right, in the late 20s, there's this jazz music. That style introduces this change in our buildings. Take a look to the right. This is much more, well, you don't think of it as a jazz thing. Take a look here. This is from a merchandise bar. Notice how steep this is. Doesn't have any of that European beauty I've seen so far. Notice what it loves. Rising, vertical lines. I call it the pinstripe suit. Why did Al Capone like a pinstripe suit? Same reason I do. Makes you look a little taller, a little leaner. Does the same thing for a skyscraper. Now this doesn't fool your eyes. Wielding, it was a leftover casualty at the death of the catalog industry. Remind yourself, some of the biggest catalog names for 100 years, Sears, Roebuck, Montgomery Ward, right? These are Chicago companies. They stretch all the way back to the 1870s, and they died because of the internet, right? Mail order is killed by online shopping. However, thanks to a $600 million renovation, that's leaving home, just woke up, those white benches glow. Kind of dumb, but I think that stuff provides this little sense of mystery and intrigue, really makes it a place. The main lighting system is actually under the rails, so it provides that safety without, of course, obstructing the river. Now just past our sister vessel, you'll see some blue construction fence just down the river east down the left. That is, of course, a water taxi station being built to rehab the dock there. And of course, they're going to start shooting water taxis out of there, which of course means that the residents of this new neighborhood, that branch back into the old neighborhood, hasn't existed for 5 years, and they're all on holiday. Now just next door here, you're of course looking at the curving corn-cobbing concrete inside from an architect whose work we've already seen before. This is named Aircraft Goldberg. That was in the mid-60s when we saw the corn cob towers. This is, of course, the early, mid-1980s. I can almost imagine unrolling one of those corn cob towers today. But here's where they grew work. If you look close, you can sort of see where the snake curve stops abruptly. Imagine it keeps waving on down the river, almost like a slithering snake. It creates, you would have filled in this whole neighborhood with a triangular structure. You would have done it 40 years ago. Really wanting to develop downtown. In a style of urban living that people would have recognized 1,000 years ago. People living in the area, little narrow curving streets, everybody lives in row houses. It's all packed. No one has to have a collar. You really love that sort of style of urbanism. But of course, during his lifetime, everyone in America seems to prefer the suburbs. They own cars. Cars are great. Of course, they stretch and they long yards. Windows all over the place now. Take a look straight ahead on the right-hand side, and you'll see this whole route. Water by grandparents, we're seeing when they travel Chicago, of course. Cities that aren't cold, and for that energy essentially on their faces in their lives. There's source wall. Let me show you a quick little bit of street art. You're going to get the look. We'll just do it right at that new construction fence. Where you feel like there's 8 story street art murals. Just get a quick peek. I love it. It's by these 2 French artists. This is an mural entitled Native American Sleep and Dreaming of Chicago. I guess I kind of did make you upstairs right now. So now, past our next bridge, one, we can look in between series, our Goddess of Gray, and our engagement in our place. And notice this building here called the Dot Dash Building, in between series and Glass Castle. See that? Look at those kind of dot dash pattern balconies. This is kind of speaking to that thing of like architects kind of hate balconies. Everybody who lives in a residential property wants this exterior space, so a lot of times architects prefer to really throw uniform dots and structure out. But then the building is head to toe in dots, and it looks kind of weird. In the same way that if you decided to go to a party and you wore a polka dot hat, polka dot shirt, polka dot pants, polka dot shoes, it would look a little monotonous. So they're always trying to find ways to mix up the lines, create a little bit of a pattern, but still bring basic structure to people. Here's a source of dash pattern, which of course affects rents. You can imagine people who live in L-shaped bracket properties pay the most, people who not pay the least. Now under the bridge here, take a look back at the old Willis or the old Sears, and imagine building this in 1974, what would be the tallest building in the world for almost a quarter of a century. This is fun. So when you're looking about building something this tall, you're going to get that better. And the first thing they did was build a 54 hole or dig, a 54 hole in the ground. They have to better. It's the size and shape of the building. Then when they get to the bottom of that hole, they drill the rest of the way lots of little holes to create essentially. They would fill in the little hole from concrete, think of that as a table wood. Fill in the big hole with concrete, it's a tabletop, and now you're standing on bedrolls, under the table. Then what they do, and you can just imagine drawing on top of the table a tic-tac-toe board, and that would become a source of 9 boxes, which you can think of it as rising in unison. And notice how all the boxes go at least halfway up, 55 floors. Slowly but surely, sets of boxes will stop rising. So you'll only see 2 out of the 9 boxes make the full rise, all the way up to what you can call the 110 floor. 1,451 feet, 1,450 feet, 443 meters. I'm sure some of us noticed there's an observation deck up there. You can go, just get on your phone, they're taking basically reservations, they're just doing crowd control management. But as we get close, you'll get a great view of it, right? Because it's on the 103rd floor. It's got a museum kind of on the wall. So we'll have the windows, you're getting a great view of 4 different American states. You can see them clear today. And the side facing us, they have these glass rooms that push out towards us. So if you look 7 floors from the top, you should be able to see people in there right now. This is called Skydeck, and these boxes are called the bridge. So there they are. See them? They're 1,300 feet above our heads. And if you go up there, you can stand on that glass. Now notice I said you can do it, because I'm not going to. That is glass. Because right, yeah, why would you do that? How can you trust? You want to read? Not here. But here's my favorite box. Look at this box of electronics just on the other side of the river. That's a $2.5 billion digital projector loaded with art from all over the world. And they do a free public art show every night, 7 nights a week now. It starts between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Usually runs about an hour. Don't feel like choosing its art. It's strictly cool visuals, so don't feel like you have to watch the whole thing, right? You know what I mean? But if you get a chance, you can see scenery area down here. So again, if you get a chance, take a river walk. The building's light up. There's building designers everywhere. Cheese bridge night tonight. If you get down here, you'll see the show. And the projection is so amazing. It fills in the entire wall. It doesn't touch any of the glasses. So they calibrate the projection to not touch glass. Research all over the firmware, but never Moving on the other side here is another traditional glass box. Remind yourself that the glass skyscraper, while useful in terms of real estate, really needs water. I mean, think of how hot it would be in a building like today without traditional air conditioning, which requires about 10 times as much water. Almost in river water, purifies the water that returns to river cleaner than 90 seconds. This platinum work with environmental design. The building just next door, down on the left, is also environmental, but in a totally different way. The one with the clock tower, you can see Whirlpool and Canada of headquartered there. This is the Green building. It's an old grocery warehouse from 1914. So as we get a little closer, take a look at it and ask yourself, if we were going to build a grocery warehouse tomorrow, will it look like this? The answer is probably not, right? Just before World War I breaks out, this is how we ship groceries. Now watch 100 years later, see these banquet spaces, see these World War I half days here. I saw a person get married there last weekend. 2 people. But these spaces are, of course, so charming and they're environmental in the sense that these buildings just get repurposed, recycled. All the old other buildings just get torn down. Materials wasted, energy wasted. You just essentially waste the warehouse. This building, of course, was a warehouse for government buildings, now offices, of course, commercial estate. So great. So there it is. You can actually see how sparkly it is right now. It's perfect lighting. So remember Aqua Tower or Navy building? Look straight ahead, you find Aqua Race just next door to the right. That is literally now it's really quite thin, honestly. But 25,000 for each day. When about 11, 12 years ago, I got arrested. But the building was built in 1929, and again, it was just before the Great Depression, right? Which I assure you was the last time for a long time people were perfect gold on buildings, no matter how thick. But take one more look at this building. It's a hotel, formerly the St. James. It's going to get a new name. The hotel's going to be doing. But take a good look, because there's a story that this building was inspired by a hidden object. If you look at the building and kind of think about the 1920s, you can maybe trace the object. It is a champagne bottle, right? Remind yourself, and of course, during the 20s in America, alcohol was technically illegal, but it wasn't exactly stopping the city of Chicago drinking. It was sort of hiding from the times. Remember that building right next to Trump Tower? And he trained Smith on a study of a wet letter? Here's why. What are some of his geniuses? This is the style of genius. He's a German architect by birth, out of the first. This is Ludwig Mies and this is his last building. He doesn't even look the same creative. Now it's going to be that very minimalist style. Here's your view of it. You always want to look where the door meets the water. So take a look here. This is the corner you want to stare at. If you really want to see pieces work, will be the corner of that flagpole. And that's the corner that was real out here to think about. You notice how sharp it is. This is an expression of the basics or the fundamentals, right? You just want architecture to be about the fundamentals. It's the same reason why if you talk to a French chef, a lot of people will go, we're not smarter, we just, we're cleaner, we burn down, that's the difference. But as you said, here's the hidden beauty of alleys. If you live in New York City, where is New York City? Half of the place is stretched. You can't hide it, so that's the essentially a lot of places. Like right up the pops up front. Chicago, of course, rediscovers alleys like after the fire. They build, we create a little space. We have more of it. We watched this in the 20s because I mentioned the rate development built in 1921 for Scout. That's the first building built north of the river in 1920. What if I told you, look for European beauty, previous style, you can see there's a cathedral, French cathedral at the top. Now the last part of it is the third one, here's behind the tree.
Dia atas orang karating Chicago. Kalau tu bukan sesuatu yang lakau boleh, lakau boleh.
Look at these buildings and notice how narrow they are. They're narrow because they want light to fall. The most important part of the building, the people who live and work around it. Straight ahead on the left-hand side, simple glass box, and windows are architecture. Here's nothing. It's by a very famous architecture firm called Norman Foster and Associates. Now they want to tell about views, so notice the narrow pillars, of course, are points at the water to maximize space and views. And of course, there's just four of them. That's all that holds the roof up. And if you look real close to the roof, of course, just so happens to look like one of the iPads XL. I'm sure that is a print. Now, a couple doors down here, you're going to look up and see the NBC building here in Chicago. This is built by Agents and Ladies. It's clearly built as a love letter to the 1920s. So if you get a little closer, that's wearing 1920s suits. And it's a love letter to the famous RT building, 31. Right, let's take a look at the
Sana. Sana. Kung sa Tagalog ganito sa panas na ako'y pagod na, gutom na.